your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy walk.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell at before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good thing to say I doubt it is, man. That's just something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning with Chrissie Mayr. We had a fun nightlife show last night with Kiki. Hope you guys watched that. We got a couple of news things to cover. Doing just a short quickie show this morning. We're going to cover James Gunn's new Superman, an attempt on Mr. Nick Fuentes' life. So scary. And we'll start with Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. There have been rumors flying around if Jim Norton is going to be leaving Jim and Sam on Sirius XM. The rumor mill is very active the last couple days. He on this show, and this is from yesterday, Jim is talking about his contract negotiations and his future, starting with a phone call. Let's start it around the 41-minute mark here. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Boo 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 boo. Okay.
Dan in Delaware.
Can you hear
What's
okay?
up?
Trying to think of a rhyme. Dan, I can't think of anything.
What's up, Dan?
Hi, Dan.
Hi, how you guys this morning?
Hey, buddy.
Good.
Hey, I just want to thank Jim for 20 good years, buddy.
Wow.
Listening all the way back to O&A days.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
But hopefully you're going to renew your contract. You get back on the year.
Well, thank you, buddy. I don't know. I'm not being coy.
That means no.
I don't think we're going to find a place that we can come together.
Wow.
I think it's going to get closer than I would have imagined in the beginning. Like I think that there's, but I just it's like when you're on the 1 yard line, as corny an analogy as that is, and there's times when you just don't get it where you gotta go. That's how life is.
But if it's closer than you ever thought, doesn't that make you realize that there is a desire to have you here?
Oh.
I mean, like, no.
Like, I don't think that they would.
Okay, so Sam clearly doesn't want him to go.
I've seen what happens because I think your fear was that it was like, here's the deal, it sucks, take it or leave it. And then when they do that, that this is intended for you not to take it.
I always use dating.
You guys are hearing an echo? You guys are hearing an echo. Is it real bad? Let me change this setting here. La 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 la. Hold, please. Microphone settings. Da, 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 da. Hold, please. Let me fix the little. I feel like the settings change without my clicking things. Audio. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, how do we fix this? How do we fix this? do, 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 do. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep playing it because I'm not trying to make it different.
The analogies, like if you're with someone in the relationship.
Dan in
Okay, I'm
Delaware.
redoing. I'm
What's
redoing it
up?
here.
Trying to think of a rhyme. Dan, I can't think of anything.
What's up, Dan?
Hi, Dan.
Hi, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Good.
Hey, I just want to thank Jim for 20 good years, buddy.
Wow.
Listening all the way back to O&A days.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Did you say 20 good years? That's a long time.
Hopefully you're going to renew your contract. You get back on back in the year.
Well, thank you, buddy. I don't know. I'm not being coy. It just, I don't think we're going to find a place that we can come together. I think it's going to get closer.
He sounds
than I
like
would
he's already
imagine in the
decided
beginning.
that he doesn't
think
want
that
to.
But I just, you know, it's like when you're on the 1 yard line,
He
as
sounds
corny as an
done.
analogy as that is, and there's times where you just don't get it, where you got to go. That's how life is.
But if it's closer than you ever thought, doesn't that
Don't go,
make you
says
realize
Sam.
that there is a desire to have you here?
That doesn't mean anything. Like, you know, no.
Like, I don't think that they would. If I mean, I've seen what happens.
He's
when-
like, I just don't want to be
'cause I
here.
think your fear was that it was like, here's the deal, it sucks, take it or leave it. And then when they do that, you know that this is intended for you not to take it.
I always use dating analogies. Like if you're with someone in the relationship, you can tell she wants to stay, but she's still going to go out and drink every night. Almost like this is the way the relationship is going to be. Sure, I'd love to be here, but I'm not going to.
So there's fundamental things that won't change about working for Sirius. That's the comparison he's making.
Do this to make it work. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when a company is like that, it doesn't mean that they don't want you. I don't feel like they hate me. Like I've just said the whole time, it's not personal. I don't think they dislike me. I think they do like me here. It's not.
It seems like, I mean, I don't know, because I haven't gotten intentionally
Wow.
haven't come anywhere near what you're doing because you know, it's your business. I would never get involved in that. But just based on what you said just now, it seems like they are at least working to. I mean,
Sam's like, I don't understand why you would want to leave. His tone's like, please don't go.
company can only, especially right now, only can do what the company can do.
No, I know,
would think.
But they can.
Maybe because I guess Sam would then be worried about his neck, and if they substitute Jim with someone else, is the show going to be good? Are people going to stop tuning in if Jim's not there? These are significant concerns.
But they can do a lot. And when you see where when you watch a company and the way they choose to behave, where they choose to cut, where they choose to spend, it's all decisions of choice. It's not a situation of, hey, we're on the brink here at all. It's, you know, we wanted to do this knowing you know what I mean? Like they make their decisions and you have to respect it. But if you're on the end of it where they obviously don't see as important as the other end, then you have to decide, well, is this what I want or is it not? You know what I mean? It's not personal. They're not being dicks. I just don't. Again, I haven't talked to my agent in a few days, but like I don't. You know what they've come up with. I'm like, I know. Hey, look, it's not. It's a great living, but there's also. You know, I mean, I'm kind of talking in circles.
What is he not saying? Yeah, there's also his best. There's also drawbacks, but then he'd have to go into what those are.
Specific things.
Of course.
But you know, it's like any job. People would go, "You're walking away from that," but it's like, well, yeah, if you're coming from this, yeah. I mean, of
Context
course,
is everything.
it's everything. And my manager, of course, is completely unprepared for this. Completely. I mean, I said for 3 years, I've told him.
Right.
This is what's going to happen.
So let's prepare for
But Jim, what about it? For 3 years, I have said it.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. Prepare. And zero preparation on that end. But
So he's annoyed at his manager too. What could he have prepared? How could he have possibly prepared for this? Sirius is going to make the offer they're going to make, right? Unless I don't know. I have literally never in my whole life ever had management. So I don't know what they do.
knew what I had to do.
You've been working.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. Like, you know what I mean? You see the right. I don't think I'm above it. Like the guys who get caught off guard with stuff like this, whether it's other people I've known who think they're bigger than the fucking company, they'll replace you in a second. I never overvalue myself. Like I know, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Of course I do. I think I'm the same way, where it's like you just make sure if there's 3 different ways this could go,
of course,
be prepared for all 3.
Be prepared for all 3. Don't be unrealistically hard on yourself or unrealistic. Again,
and it also sounds like Jim is not coming from a place of desperation at all. This is not about money for him. This is not about just like anything to keep this job. Like he's very seasoned. I think he's he's not a household name comic, but if you follow comedy at all, you know who Jim Norton is. So he's probably, I think, made and saved up enough money in his career. I would imagine he makes FU money. He has an apartment in Manhattan. He's married to a lovely trans woman, Nikki. He seems very happy, and maybe he's just ready to move on. Maybe he's just tired of it.
No, I'm not saying I'm humble because I'm not, but I'm saying true humility is an honest assessment of yourself and your situation. Don't think you're the best or the worst. Just kind of look at where you are and what is real. So that's what I try to do, and be very realistic about it. But you know,
people want to tackle rumors. Ben in Boston.
Hey, is there any truth to the fact that Stuttering John is taking over for Jim?
I mean, I just gonna get very.
Is there any truth that Stuttering John is going to take over for Jim? That's funny.
Very uncomfortable, but there have been talks.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
You wouldn't have though.
Why would I have? Nobody would tell me that. No,
Yes,
least of all Sam and John, who do have a close, I want to say semi-sexual relationship.
I prefer not to comment.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Yes, because
Oh, that's so funny. From Luigi, if Jim is married, how come he never wears a ring? Everyone's different about this sort of thing. My dad never wore a wedding ring because he was a landscaper. He was always outside working with his hands. So, and this was before they had the rubber ones you could wear. I mean, I'm not even wearing mine now. Like I, you know what I mean? So it depends. Maybe he wears it on special occasions. Maybe, if you live your whole life, 50 some odd years, not wearing a ring, and then you suddenly have to become a ring person, it's going to be a hard change. So who knows? Maybe he wears it when he's out. Maybe, who knows? But there's plenty of married people who don't wear a ring. Hello, Fealty. He was recently on the Kill Tony MSG show. He had guest hosted multiple times. He has a new podcast that is growing. He has plenty of money already in the bank. He doesn't need anything. Yeah, he's not desperate at all. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. Reese, come on. You gotta follow along here. Maybe you're not a Jim Norton fan. Okay.
he becomes Shuddering Sam when he's being pounded from the back. TJ and PA.
Okay. What's up, TJ?
Hello, and PA.
I just wanted to say goodbye to you guys if this is your last show.
This is sad.
Thank you. These guys will continue if I don't. And again, there's no melancholy. It is what it is.
There's a little infinite sadness.
But I don't.
Sam sounds sad about this.
I feel like
he sounds like he wants to be like, "Don't go," but maybe Jim is like the alpha in this situation, higher up on the totem pole. Maybe makes more money than him.
I was going to say, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if you guys are out? Are you guys going to continue on with a podcast, or?
I'm going to do my own. I'm going today to look at a fucking studio. I have, you work on what you got to work on.
That's what he's doing.
You want to continue talking. It will be nice.
He does not want to have a boss. He sees what Anthony Cumia does, and many others are able to do. Especially if he can afford his own studio, why would he continue to work for Sirius? He has all the fans he's going to have from Sirius. At this point, he's been doing this gig how many years? He's been in radio 20 years. So it's like his fans are his fans. He he may or may not make any more to stay on Sirius. It's probably not worth his quality of life. He probably has enough money to build his own studio, start his own thing, have his own show with Nikki, his own side podcast, and make great money. And he probably banked a lot. Oh yeah. He's over it.
To not have to get up in the morning, even though I do enjoy the gig a lot. Like
yes,
you look at the pros.
He doesn't have to get up in the morning. He's done with the commute. He's done with the schlepping.
Get very uncomfortable, but there have been talks.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
I'm stuttering, John.
You pros and the cons. Losing a lot of money, sure.
Are you guys going to continue on with a podcast, or
I'm going to do my own? Like I'm going today to look at a fucking studio. Like I have, you work on what you got to work on because like you want to continue talking. It will be nice to not have to get up in the morning, even though I do enjoy the gig a lot. Like you look at the pros and the cons. Losing a lot of money, sure.
That's a con.
It's a con. Being able to be on the.
He would be losing a lot of money if he walked away from Sirius, but he would gain freedom and he wouldn't have a boss. And maybe he doesn't need to make as much money anymore. Maybe he's just saved a lot and doesn't, like, if he's a millionaire already, he's probably like, how much more do I really need?
The road more without stress of getting back, doing extra like Thursday and Sunday show. Like there's a lot that will be fun as well. And I booked my calendar pretty full so far. And I can completely fill it once I officially know.
So he kind of has already started taking gigs with this in mind, that he's going to stop working at Sirius. That's what it sounds like he's saying.
I'll just fill in those dates that are not filled. But anyway, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Wow.
Thank you, TJ.
Good for him.
Reed in Las Vegas.
Oh, Reed.
Hey guys.
Hey man.
Hi, Reed.
I just wanted to say, I haven't missed a show literally since you've been on XM.
Aww.
And because of you guys, like I've got to do some really cool stuff, hang out with Troy. And
What?
If that's the beginning.
Troy's
of your
a producer
cool
at
stuff
Sirius.
list.
Thanks to you, I've hung out with Troy.
Yeah, if that's the first thing on your things I've done that are cool list, I'd hate to see what thing number 11 is. I ate a grape.
You think Troy really puffs up his chest when he's hanging out with listeners? Like,
Yeah.
the guys make fun of me, but a lot of the ideas, they come from that area.
All that phone content. Who do you think that comes from? I put it through.
You do that.
Troy's a great guy. He's a great hang.
He is a good hang. Yeah, he can't hear you. He doesn't have his headphones on.
They say I don't have my headphones on a lot, but I mean, it's all a gag. I have my headphones on.
Sir, do you want to repeat what you just said? Because not Troy.
I missed what you said.
Oh, I just said that because of the show, I got to hang out with Troy.
With Troy.
He's a great hang.
Where did we hang out?
Yeah, Troy's gonna remember you. This Reed Rothschild.
Wouldn't it be great if it was a complete stranger being like, "Yeah, I'm Troy Kwan from the radio. Yeah, that's me."
Yeah, it was just some.
Let me read some of your chats. Hi, Mark Zart. Good morning, Chrissy Frank. Baby Frank, Muffin and Waffles. I want to wish you Merry Christmas. Love to hear about it. Thank you, Mark. Merry Christmas to you. I appreciate seeing you in the chat. Torgo the White. Merry Christmas to you, filing cabinet, and the little beanie. Also 31 months. Wow. Thank you for being a member for 31 months. Let's go. Magnum Norris, good morning. I'm just cleaning my floor. Sydney left me last night. I have no money left. Laughing my ass off. Not true. Ha 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 ha. You mean Sydney Sweeney? Is that what you're alluding to, Magnum? That you had a tryst with one Sydney Sweeney? If so, don't complain about your dirty floor. Magnum Norris again. We love you, Chrissy. Keep it on. Oh, I will. I'm seeing some of your chats here that he already something about Jim's studio. Let's see. Maybe Jimmy wants to get into the podcasting like Ant did and leave the radio business. He's already in the podcast business. He already in there. Jim will be the next censored TV hire. Oh no, I think he can do better than that. On his YouTube, he already found a studio months ago. Aha. Yep, a morning show is a rough schedule. Think about it. When do they start? Do they start at 7 a.m., 6 a.m.? So he has to be there at wake up at 5 or some ungodly hour like that? What do they go from like 6 to 10 in the morning? I don't know. I've never worked a morning show. Howard Stern said he was leaving radio every contract. I think Jimmy's just playing hardball. Ooh, that would be the way to do it. Sound like you're really going. Yes, because radio knows podcasts are the future and nobody listens to radio anymore unless you're in your car. If it weren't for people in their cars, radio would be completely irrelevant at this point. I used to listen to Bonfire Radio with Big J all the time, but it's not the same after his buddy Dan Soder left. Oh, Dan left? Yeah, he's on to bigger and better. Yes, I do having it coming from the computer speakers. I just I don't know how to change it over.
Yeah,
Some guy.
some stranger who fucked Reed's girlfriend. And he's like, yeah, Troy fucked my girlfriend. Who's Troy? He's this cool black guy I know. Oh, no. All right, thanks, Reed. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Mike in New York. What's up, Mike?
Hey guys, I want to know if at the end of today's episode you're going to all sing the "Putting the Puppy Down" song to Jimmy.
I don't remember. Goodbye, my friend.
Is that putting down the puppy?
Wasn't that it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my friend.
Sounds sad. We'll see what happens with Jim Norton and Sam Roberts with their show and the future. And Jim's future with Sirius XM. I'm excited to see if he leaves. He'll do great on his own. He's already got a solid fan base and he can do whatever the heck he wants. He's super talented. So I love Jim no matter what happens. No matter what happens. Okay. This is very scary. This is someone I don't really ever talk about or think about much, but it's always scary and horrible when someone makes an attempt on your life. And that happened to Mr. Nick Fuentes. Somebody tried to unalive him, which is very, very scary. And it just sounds like he had a psycho stalker type fan situation. He tweeted about this, I believe, yesterday or the day before. To the media, which is currently attempting to sweep up the assassination attempt against me, here is further evidence. The killer drove 2.5 hours directly to my house where he parked, then attempting to gain entry to my home in the front and back for 10 minutes until the police arrived. He drove from, I don't even know what Mahomet is. Never heard of it. I guess he drove from Oak Park in Chicago. Or is this where Fuentes lives? I have no idea. But now I know that there's no tolls. Okay, this is his ring camera footage. Wow. He just rolls up with a motorcycle helmet, his weird backpack that's open with an umbrella in it. Loser. And he's got, wow, he opens the screen door. Literally just trying to get into the house, like seeing if there is simply just an open door for him to walk through. Wow, that is bold. That is so bold. Here's more ring footage. Just parks in front of a fire hydrant. No less. You could get a ticket for that, sir. Just walks, locks his car, and just walks right up to Nick's house. Holy moly. Officers were called to the crime scene in Mahomet. Okay, so he lives in Mahomet, Illinois at 9:41, where the killer had fled earlier. The video timestamp shows the killer arrived in the front of my house 108 minutes later at 11:29 p.m., where he called my name. Police were called at 11:38 p.m. Assassination attempt. Oh, here's the other ring camera footage of him going around the back. Wow. What a tiny backyard you have there. I appreciate it when a man cleans up his backyard, if you know what I mean. That's not a butt sex joke. I just mean he has a nice backyard. Okay, wow. Very scary. We were told Janice and Caleb were both pronounced. Oh, and then I guess he had killed some folks before coming to Nick's place. Janice and Caleb were both pronounced dead at the Carl Foundation Hospital Emergency Department, while Sarah was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say 9:41 p.m. officers were called to... Okay, no, this is different. I'm so sorry. This is only the highlighted part has to do with Nick. Police say at 9:41 p.m. officers were called to a residence in the 1100 block of Riverside Drive for a report that multiple people had been shot. Upon arrival, officers found 3 individuals with life-threatening gunshot wounds. Whoa. Officials from the Berwyn Police Department said on Facebook the officers responded to a report of an armed man at approximately 11:38 p.m. Responding to the reported location, officers said the subject fled on foot and escaped. The subject then forced entry into a residence where he fatally shot 2 dogs. Oh no. That's horrible. Officers then observed the offender fleeing eastbound into a yard. The suspect disobeyed the officer's verbal commands to stop and proceeded to shoot the police officers. Shoot at the police officers. That's smart. Wow. So scary. Yeah, it's great. Thank God he wasn't hurt. That's very, very scary. Wow. Let's go to this other. This was an earlier tweet. The killer parked his car in front of my house and approached my door with his pistol drawn and what appears to be a crossbow. I was live streaming at the time. He rings the doorbell, tries the doorknob, and yells, "Yo, Nick." How scary is this footage to watch? A crossbow? Sir, what are you going to do with a crossbow? Look at all the packages. A crossbow. Really? That's what we're doing? Don't forget your umbrella in case it rains. What's the point of the helmet? Is he special ed? He can't even tie his shoes, this person. What a loser. Here's a comment from Loomer here. Marjorie Taylor Greene's intern is the person who doxed Nick and is now being accused by many online of trying to get him murdered, and screenshots leaked that suggest he sent out Nick's full docs and also suggest he allegedly asked people to pay him a visit at his home. Oh my God. There should be a criminal complaint filed. Totally unacceptable for a staffer and an associate of a member of Congress to be doxing and inciting violence against a private citizen. If these screenshots check out, it's criminal behavior. That's horrible. Wow. Oh my God. Thank God he didn't open the door. Whew, boy. Really, really horrible. Really terrible. Jeez. It's just scary. Like being swatted is scary enough, which we've dealt with multiple times. And I think this was Nick's first tweet. Sorry, I'm going completely backwards on this. Last night, an armed killer made an attempt on my life at my home, which was recently doxed on this platform. The gunman carried a pistol, crossbow, and incendiary devices. I believe he intended to kill me. He is now dead. I am okay. According to police, the would-be assassin committed a triple homicide in southern Illinois early yesterday before he arrived at my doorstep with his pistol drawn, calling my name. I am grateful to God that I'm still alive today. Tragically, the gunman broke into a neighbor's house to evade the police and killed 2 of their dogs. While heartbreaking, it could have been so imaginably worse. God have mercy. Doxing is not a game. This nihilistic lynch mob behavior must end before anyone else is killed. I will now have to uproot my life and relocate. While I can handle whatever comes to my front door, it is irresponsible to expect my neighbors with young families to share that burden. That means he's strapped. In the meantime, I will have to contract 24-hour security to protect myself and my property. If anybody would like to contribute to defray the cost, $13,000 a week. That's so much. A private security and rebuilding my studio. Here is a donation link. I can only accept crypto because I am banned from banking services and credit card processing. Thank you. Wow. I didn't know he was that banned. From Elijah, glad you're okay, Nick. Sent you a text. These are perilous times and God is looking out for you. You need to move, man. More secure city and compound. I'm sure you know this. Wow. Feds better step up your security or no one's going to want to work for them. So Lydia thinks he's a Fed. Oof. Very scary, though. Glad he's okay. Yikes. He's on the do not fly list. Flying's overrated anyway. Yeah, it is really scary. Imagine seeing an armed man strolling up to your front door. That is so horrible. Yeah, and yet if Fuentes had defended himself by shooting or stabbing the would-be assassin, or if his bodyguards had killed the killer, the police would have arrested Nick. Yep, that's how it go. Whoa. He does. He looks super uncoordinated. Who takes a crossbow anywhere? The people who have crossbows they're hung up on their wall. It's really more of a conversation piece, if anything. Okay. And lastly, let's check out the new Superman trailer. The whole internet has been talking about this trailer the last couple days. I have not seen it yet. I've read mixed reviews. Let's check it out. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but now you about to. Oh, it looks cold. Oh, look, a Superman-shaped hole. Is he wearing sneakers? No, boots. Uh-oh, he's cold. Oh, look, he's got that broccoli haircut that's so popular with the Gen Xers. I don't know. I think if he fell in the snow like that, there'd be more blood. Maybe they can't do too much. Oh, it's What's-Her-Face. I like her. From Marvelous Miss Maisel. Look at the cows. Looks like his dad is Alex Jones. This July, he can still whistle. What is he whistling for? A dog? A polar bear? Is there literally a polar bear coming to his aid? That's cool. Oh, it's a dog. It's Super Dog.
Home. Take me home.
Oh, that's cool. Luther Corp.
Superman.
Looks like a scene out of Tony Stark. Oh, someone threw a brick in his head. This reminds me of The Boys a little bit. Ooh, he's cute. Uh-oh. Oh, the dog drags him. That's cute. This guy can't afford a mask to cover his whole face. Plenty of kissing. No complaints there. Oh, okay. I haven't seen enough to be mad. I don't have a problem with that. I love that it's a dog-based superhero movies. We need more of those. Let's see what people are saying. James Gunn says Superman will embrace the innate goodness of the Man of Steel. We do have a battered Superman in the beginning. That is our country. I believe in the goodness of human beings, and I believe that most people in this country, despite their ideological beliefs, their politics, are doing their best to get by and be good people, despite what it may seem like to the other side. No matter what the other side might be, this movie is about that. It's about the basic kindness of human beings, and that it can be seen as uncool and under siege by some of the darker voices and some of the louder voices. And here's some of the stills. What happened? Why did he fall out of the sky? I guess we'll find out. He looks like he's just kind of taking a nap. Oh, the dog. What kind of dog is this? Looks like a mutt. He's a scruffy dog with a with a cape. Wow. They're like, you know what? He's very good looking. Let's not put too much blood on him. What are people saying? So we got to take Superman political? Look, Suavilo, everything is political. One of the problems that Superman has, rarely ever had a great villain. That doesn't really change here, especially given this shot below looks like a video game. I don't know. It's like a Godzilla type. Sorry, guys. Real Dean Cain is and will forever be the best Superman. This is not even slightly controversial. So it's going to be woke communist slop fest with all the villains being tropes of the majority of the country who's sick of the Hollywood elites and journalists leftist lunacy. This movie is going to be trash like Peacemaker, just ham-fisted DEI bullshit. So Gunn is going woke Superman. You lost. It's the electoral map. I believe in the goodness of people also, but please don't make him go woke. This person's saying, is this James Gunn? Where it's a tweet from 2018 where he's saying, thank you, Jeff Flake. This is why I have spoken out about politics today, not because of true political disagreements, but because one man, President Trump, has been conducting a full-scale assault on objective truth. Oh, boy. So maybe he's a recovering leftist, or he has to make it look like he's a recovering leftist. Dude, you were winning so much. Why be political now? People are genuinely excited about this. But if that's the direction it ends up going, it'll tank after the first weekend when the reviews come out. Just make entertaining movies. It shouldn't be this hard. It sounds like he is trying to meet people in the middle. I think Hollywood can't help but make comments on this one way or the other. So he has to appear like he's being fair. James Gunn also said this, weird and creepy. If you support him, you should be shamed. Oh, really? Oh, boy. Okay, then they have a bunch of inappropriate tweets. Yikes. If those are real, that's concerning. Was our country beat up when Biden fled Afghanistan like a scared woman? Was this a 9/11 thing? Vietnam? James Gunn, who beat up America? So same as usual from Hollywood then. Basic kindness equals using pronouns and Marxist victim groups. Some of the darker voices equals normal people who reject pronouns and Marxist identity politics. Ha! To those saying he's so woke. Seriously, I think he's trying to say that whatever divides us is less than what binds us. This is a good message. It's what people need right now. He's saying if you see a person in the street collapse, the average person will try to help. I don't like a beat up Superman so soon, but crypto saves the day. Okay. Very mixed reviews on this. I think James Gunn will do good with this. He's a creative genius. Gunn needs to probably quit doing interviews. He's hurting the product at this point. If he keeps explaining stuff, please don't make the movie woke. Who is the woman that plays Marvelous Miss Maisel? What the heck's her name? Rachel Brosnahan. I like her. She's like a classically gorgeous gal and a good actress. Magnum Norse. Fuentes definitely don't live in South Chicago, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I can't believe he lives in South. I would have never guessed that's where he lives. No, I thought. Where did I think he lived? I guess I didn't think about it at all. I just wouldn't have guessed Chicago. Mark Zart, the person who tried to end Fuentes, ended 3 people earlier that day. Yes, I heard. Very scary. He seems very unhinged. And now he's, I guess, not living anymore. Old Nerdy, thank you for the yellow boy. Christopher Reeves is the only good Superman, and Clark Kent. All the other Superman slacked on the Clark Kent part. Reeves would even bait and switch the two with a look in his eye. Reeves was the best. Well, you should have told him that before he was riding all those horses. He was pretty good. Wowee. All right. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this new Superman trailer. Do you think James Gunn is gonna go woke? Do you think he's trying to meet people in the middle? Or God, maybe even a patriotic message. Maybe he's turned the corner. We'll see. Very exciting stuff. All right. I will catch you guys later. Bye.